It's a Saturday showdown. Anyone fancy some hot laps around Interlagos? It's qualifying day here for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix.
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go. Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please. Okay, we've only got one lap of fuel remaining. Sonoda's ahead of you. Okay, so their best lap so far, 1 minute 12.1. Radar suggests some weather's going to hit in around 5 minutes time, so stay on your toes. car's ready. Let's get it out there. Okay, we don't think we're far away from rain now. I'll keep you updated as conditions change. Dry's definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Okay, we can take you this lap.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow. So it's all about speed in today's sprint. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? It's an unusual anti-clockwise race here at Interlagos, where the Sao Paulo locals are packed into the grandstands at each of the 15 corners around this classic 2.7-mile circuit. Two very fast sections bookend the famous and highly technical Sector 2, where getting a good run out of Junsao into one of the two DRS zones will be key to any overtaking prospects today. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and starting next to them is George Russell. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Tsunoda, Antonelli, Charles Leclerc and Mayer, Hamilton, Norris, Hülkenberg and Carlos Sainz, Albon, Doohan, Pierre Gasly and Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Piastri, Gabriel Bortoleto and Isaac Hadjar, Behrman, Ocon, Lawson and Pepe Marti rounds off the grid. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out. And alongside me, a man, well, what more can I say? But he's a legend. Anthony Davidson.
Yeah, they've made it through the entire season in Formula 1, Crofty. No mean feat at all. And they've learnt a lot this season. They can take that knowledge into next year to hopefully have an even better season.
Here we go then, the formation lap is underway ahead of today's sprint. As all the cars take their positions on the grid, the final preparations have been made, and all that's left is for the drivers to deliver on track.
side pods have taken damage. Keep an eye on your engine temperatures. Cooling may be adversely affected. As things stand, we'll be second in the championship. Side pods have taken damage. Keep an eye on your engine temperatures. Cooling may be adversely affected. Gap to your teammate behind, 14.8 seconds. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. Side pods have taken damage. You might start to pick up a little bit extra drag. Just be warned, the underbody showing heavy damage. Systems all looking good. Head down. As things stand, we'll be second in the championship. Final lap, push, push. pick up rubber and bring it home.
So with the sprint concluded, join us next time for qualifying and of course the main event, this weekend's Formula One Grand Prix. We'll see you next time. It's a Saturday showdown. Anyone fancy some hot laps around Interlagos? It's qualifying day here for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix.
Okay, engines fired up, we're set. Pitting this lap then, come into the pits at the end of this lap. garage, please. Car's ready to leave. Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
Formula One returns to Interlagos once again with the stage set for what promises to be another classic Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel famously clinched his third championship here in 2012, and just 4 years later, Max Verstappen treated us to one of the finest wet weather drives of all time. Interlagos, always a very special race here in Brazil. It's a 2.7-mile circuit with 9 left turns and 6 right turns for a total of 15 corners. It's a wet one today as well, so grip and visibility will be at a premium, and the drivers will need to be careful coming up the hill in Sector 3, the scene of many an accident over the years. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and Yuki Tsunoda completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Meyer, Charles Leclerc and Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Norris, Antonelli and Carlos Sainz, Ocon, Doohan, Liam Lawson and Piastri, Stroll, Albon, Nico Hülkenberg and Ollie Bearman, Gasly, Bortoletto, Pepe Marti and Isaac Hadjar rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. And alongside me today, former Formula One driver and former world champion too. See, told you I'd give you a big intro. Anthony Davidson, hello.
Yeah, they've made it through the entire season in Formula One, Crofty. No mean feat at all. And they've learnt a lot this season. They can take that knowledge into next year to hopefully have an even better season.
Here we go then, the formation lap is underway. These are wet conditions here today. Each driver will no doubt be mindful of the wet surface as they prepare to race around the track. As the cars come back towards the grid to line up for the start of the race, each driver will be wanting to get the best start they possibly can, and they'll be hoping to finish today's race on the podium, or failing that, within the points.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button. Try to stay with them. They might make a mistake and we could still regain the position. Green flag. Gap to your teammate behind, 17.4 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters. They're 22nd. And the time last lap, 1 minute 32.5. These conditions don't look like they're shifting. We're predicting at least 20 minutes of heavy rainfall. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Gap to your teammate behind, 59.0 seconds. No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. Okay mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap. As things stand, we'll be second in the championship. Absolutely awesome. Just amazing, mate. Well done.
Woo! Yes!
She's won again! It's victory for Callie Mayer! comes your top three making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day for Formula One. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.